What happens in Parashas Yisro? Moshe appoints judges, and we hear the Aseret Sedibros. A lot happened in last week's Parsha. Let's take a look back. Bnei Yisrael escaped from Mitzrayim. They were chased by the Mitzrim. Hashem split the water of the Yam Suf, and Bnei Yisrael were attacked and had a war with Amalek. Hooray! We survived all of that. Now Bnei Yisrael are finally safe walking through the Midbar. Yisro, Moshe's father-in-law, he's Tzipporah's father, hears about all the amazing things that have happened to Bnei Yisrael since Moshe left Midian. He comes to meet Bnei Yisrael, bringing Tzipporah along with Moshe's two sons, Gershom and Eliezer. Some people believe that Yisro is so excited by what Hashem did at the Yam Suf that he decides to become a ger and be Jewish. This is a big deal because Yisro is an important priest, a religious leader for all the people in Midian. But he becomes so convinced of Hashem's powers that he stops doing Avodah Zarah. This entire Parsha is named after Yisro because of something wonderful he decides to do. There are some other Parshios which are named after people, but not many. We've already read Parshios that are named after Noach and Sarah, Parshas Sarah. Later on we'll read about Korach, Balak, and Pinchas. So what does Yisro do that's so special? He helps Moshe by bossing him around a little. You see, now that things are peaceful in the desert, they're not so peaceful. The enemies have gone away, leaving Bnei Yisrael suddenly free to fight among themselves. Suddenly, neighbors are fighting with neighbors, family with family, and Moshe is stuck in the middle of it all. He's the only teacher, the only leader, the only judge. Whenever somebody disagrees with somebody else, they go to Moshe to settle their argument or answer their question. All of Bnei Yisrael are doing this all day, every day. The Torah says there are 600,000 young adult men, but that isn't everybody. With the women, children, and old men, there are probably more like 3 million of them. That's a lot of arguments. People are waiting in line to see Moshe constantly, and Yisro sees what a huge problem it's become. Even more, Yisro is the only one to give Moshe a solution. "Stop," says Yisro. "You can't be the only judge. You have to choose other judges to take over some of the work," Yisro tells Moshe. This seems pretty obvious, but it's possible that the rest of Bnei Yisrael are too scared to say this to Moshe, who is, after all, the powerful leader who has just finished taking them out of slavery. We do have to be respectful to teachers, but it's also true that there's no such thing as a person in this world who doesn't need help sometimes. Pick judges who are tzaddikim, Yisro says. Make sure they judge fairly. Then, if the judges don't know the answer, they can come to you. Thanks to the rules that Yisro helped teach Moshe, everyone will get a fair answer from now on. We also need rules to become Hashem's holy people. Hashem says something amazing in this parsha. Believe me, the Torah is full of amazing things, but this is one of the most amazing and the most famous. Hashem tells Moshe that Bnei Yisrael must be Mamleches Kohanim v'Goy Kadosh, a nation of Kohanim and a holy people. Hashem chose us to be different from all of the other nations in the world. Bnei Yisrael are still traveling and soon arrive at a very special place, Har Sinai. Hashem tells them to spend 3 days getting ready for Matan Torah. Nobody is allowed to go near the mountain, and to make sure they don't, Moshe puts up fences around it to keep them safe. If they go close and touch the mountain during Matan Torah, they will die. On the 3rd day, Bnei Yisrael gather around the mountain. In the middle of the desert, this ordinary mountain is suddenly very beautiful, green and covered in flowers. The smell of the flowers wafts over Bnei Yisrael as they stand trembling, listening to thunder and shofars blowing. They see lightning, smoke, and fire on Har Sinai. We're ready at last for Hashem's most important message. These are the Aseres Hadibros, the 10 Commandments. Aseres means 10. Dibros means sayings or messages. These are the 10 things Hashem tells us while we stand there trembling at Har Sinai. I am Hashem. He keeps his promises and took us out of Mitzrayim. Hashem is the most important thing in our lives. Hashem's name is special. Use it carefully. Have Shabbos, a holy day for Hashem, every single week. Honor your parents. Do not murder. Respect marriage and keep it special. Don't take anything that isn't yours. Tell the truth, especially in court. And don't be jealous or want things that aren't yours. We have 613 mitzvahs altogether, but the 10 Aseres Hadibros are the only ones we all heard as we stood there together at Har Sinai. That was probably the best moment ever for Bnei Israel. Right away after that, at the end of this parsha, Hashem teaches Bnei Israel how to build a mizbeach. You can see why. After a special moment like this, they would be very eager to get closer to Hashem, and bringing korbanos is the best way to do that. The mizbeach must be built with a ramp instead of steps and be made out of stone that wasn't cut with a sharp blade. It's supposed to bring peace between people and Hashem, and cutting the stone with a blade is too much like hurting people with a sword. The ramp of the Mizbeach helped Bnei Israel think about climbing up closer to Hashem. These days we use our tefillah, our davening, to become closer to Him. When we daven, we should think about climbing closer and closer to Hashem. There are a lot more rules coming, as we'll see in next week's Parsha.